Ocho de la Cuarentena in California. Day 8. I'm gonna go to the store tonight and just kind of look around, see how the shelves look. I've heard that the shelves are stocking a little bit quicker. My wife has a little bit of inside information on the whole paper industry, and according to her, they have what are called transfer plants. I might be saying that wrong. They have what are called transfer plants. The wood pulp gets processed into raw paper materials, and they're put on giant spools or rolls or whatever you call them, and then they're sent to these transfer plants where they're made into the different kinds of paper. And the reason we're seeing a problem, with the shelves get restocked, the shelves being restocked, is the plants that make the raw paper product have made their allotment for the month. We ran out that quick. They've stepped up production, but it's just that's where the slack is happening in the supply chain. And the idea is, starting in the beginning of next month, they should have mass quantities of consume mass quantities. Ha 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 ha. They should see the raw paper products going to the transfer plants again, where they make the pre-paper products. I might have a little fact here or two off, but that's kind of roughly the idea, guys. So hopefully next month we'll see toilet paper hit the shelves. Hopefully all you folks that went out and bought it the last minute, and I'm not going to say you were idiots for buying it all up, like a lot of people are saying, because you should have extra on hand. You should have extra on hand. I'm going to say you're kind of dumb because you didn't already have it. Sorry. Just going to speak some truth there. Speak some truth to the average man. You should have already had that stuff built up. Anyway, yeah, hopefully the toilet paper comes back. We're a lot of folks telling me, yeah, the shelves are restocking. A little bit that I've been in the store, it's kind of what I'm seeing too. I'm gonna make a trip to 2 stores tonight. I'll talk about that on tomorrow's video. Day 9. 9999. So I want to hit a little bit more serious topic today. Yesterday I was talking about there might be some good news. I'm a little worried because we should have, the more information you get, the more stable your models for what's going to happen should be. And we're not seeing that. We're seeing kind of the opposite. And a lot of people are saying things like, well, they're fudging the numbers, or oh, they're manipulating us, or they're trying to force a lockdown or new world order, and blah, blah, blah. This could be that. Let me put my tinfoil hat on. I'll take my workman's hat off for a second, put my tinfoil hat on. Try not to muff the ponytail up. Muss the ponytail up. We're not talking muff here. Let me put my tinfoil hat on for a second. Yeah, black helicopters and all that crap. Agenda 21. They could be. This could be the one of the 1-2 punch that ruins the population of the planet, takes it down to 1 billion people like they want to do, all that stuff. I don't know. I can tell you this. I know exactly what you and I are going to do about it. I know exactly what you and I can do about it. Not a damn thing. You're not going to do nothing. You're going to sit in your house, you're going to get on your keyboard, you're going to complain about it, and that's as far as it's going to go. So you may as well just shut up with it. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to do anything about it. And honestly, in the face of it, what can we do about it? You go out and start shooting people. What are you going to do? You can't go out and start shooting people. You know, over what? Who are you going to shoot? You're going to go out in the streets and protest? Let's do that in the face of a massive viral epidemic. Let's do that. Let's go gather up groups and protest in front of the state capitol, because they're listening to you on every other subject. They rigged the votes. They got the dead vote. You got 120+% of voters voting in some precincts, and you know, and I know that there's only about 50% of the people turn up at any given time. So how hard are those numbers rigged? They're just doing what they want. You got that guy. This coronavirus is a good time for us to build the world the way we want it. Look at all the money they wrapped up in the stimulus for other things. It's just, they're just doing what they want. And you can tell me you disagree with this or not, but you don't have a First Amendment right anymore. Not through and through. You don't have a Second Amendment right. If you went and signed a piece of paper to buy a firearm, your right was infringed. You went along with that. So did I. What are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything. You're going to sign the paper. You're going to fill out the little form. You're going to register your gun. That's what you're going to do about it, because that's what you've been doing about it. That's just the facts, guys. So, that's my tinfoil hat moment. Let me put that on the side. Put my working man's hat back on. If you're smart, you've got some toilet paper set aside, you've got some paper towels set aside, you've got a little bit of this bottle's on its second refill. The other bottle's in the car, it's on its third or fourth refill because it was a little one. If you're smart, you got that stuff all set aside and you were kind of ready for this. You got a little bit of beans and rice. What does Jamie Yeager say? Beans, bullets, and band-aids. You gotta have that stuff, you know. You should have that anyway. There's earthquakes, there's tsunamis, there's you know, pandemics, there's whatever, government created or otherwise. So you've got all that stuff. This is the little bit more serious topic that I'm going to bring up today. I commented yesterday and I put a picture, and really, spouse abuse, nothing to laugh at. I put that up there, and I didn't make the connection. I didn't make the connection when I said it, and I said it day one, and I said it yesterday. Maybe the people who are just real jerks are at home, right? And I didn't make this connection until after the fact. And honestly, it was something Gabe said to me. It was a couple of times now. Gabe's triggered a thing or said something outright. Said it. He didn't last night. He said something that triggered it in conversation. We kind of worked it out together. Man, I'm proud of that kid. He's pretty sharp. Anyway, the people who are cutting us off in traffic and zip, zoomity, zoom, and all this junk, the jerks that are at home in the wife beating picture, right? Those folks are the ones who have been home the longest. They're the ones who run red lights. They're the ones who cut in line on the freeway to get on the off-ramp. They're the ones that, the rules don't apply to me. I'm special. I get what I want, and all of you can just piss off, if they even went as far as thinking about all of you pissing off. These are the people who had to stay home firstest, mostest, and how prepared were they? If they've got that level of hubris in general society, then how prepared were they? I'm willing to bet a lot of them weren't really. And they're going to probably carry that it doesn't apply to me, I do what I want attitude, that broken social contract behavior. They probably carry that on forward. And the reason it came up in conversation was we were saying, well, you know, there's no crime and everybody's being friendly. Everybody is being friendly. everybody's still fed. Everybody's still fed. If your house is like my house, and I'm willing to bet most American households are like this, you got two kinds of food. You got the stuff that you're going through constantly, and then you got the stuff you bought a little extra of that's in the back shot. Ah, that looks good, I'll have that, but I don't want to eat it now. Those cans build up a little bit. So you got the I'm going through this now food, and then you got the kind of the stuff in the back of the pantry food, you know? And I'm willing to bet almost every American household has that kind of stuff. If you're in another country and you guys do it different, and I'm not saying this is by design, I'm just saying it's something we tend to do, I think. We do, you know, it's something we do. I see other people's houses, they do the same thing. If you're in another country and you do it differently, maybe you do this on purpose, or maybe it just happens differently, I don't know. Comment, I'd like to hear about it. But here you got the food you're going through constantly, the stuff in the refrigerator, the milk, the eggs, the blah, 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 blah. And then you got the pasta that you bought. It was 2 for 1, right? The pasta was 2 for 1, so you went ahead and got the 2, and you used the 1, and the other one is still sitting back there, and that kind of stuff that builds up in the back of the pantry. Everybody's got that. Right now, food, back of the pantry food, and then if you're like me, you've got a little extra set aside for earthquakes and, you know, Martian invasions, all that junk. I said I was going to take my tinfoil hat off. So, I think this is where we want to turn. Yes, it is. So, oh, this is a rough road, guys. So, I think the people who didn't get the rice and beans, they didn't get the pastas, they didn't get the stuff that's off the shelf, the flour, the milk, they're having a hard time getting that stuff. The shelves are restocking, and those people are first come, first served. Those people are the first ones there because they don't have anything better to do. They're at home, right? Or if they're running low on cash, whatever, they're probably hitting all the back of the pantry stuff. Once that stuff's gone and they don't have money to buy more because they're not working, maybe their little side hustle isn't funding the thing. Maybe the rent ate up what's left of their money. Right? When those people are the first to run out of the back of the cupboard stuff, and they don't have food, and they start getting hungry, and they start panicking, whatever they're going to do, those are the people. And this is just a theory. This is just a theory, but it makes sense to me. Those are the people that are going to go out and start doing stupid stuff, because those people already live their lives like the rules don't apply to them. They're cutting people off traffic, running red lights, blah, 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 all the stuff they do. All the rude stuff they do. 20 items in the 5 items or less checkout lane. They're the ones that'll throw the box of Tic Tacs in the bag without checking it at the self-checkout. Those kind of people, you know. It's entitled to me. I'm owed it. I'm going to take it anyway. Honestly, that's something to be concerned about. I don't think it's something to get all fearful and panicky about. But it's just a thought. Be ready to hang on to your beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. Have plans in the works, but I just think it's a good idea. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm going to get to work. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.